And we're back here on the college basketball experience. We're picking games now for the Elite Eight. 2 games, Sunday, March 30th. Myself, Noah Bieniek, joined alongside Moneyline Mac and Cannabis Capper. No slides today. I was out and about. I had a big day. Michigan State fans I was rooting against. I myself was sweating out my game. And Purdue fans making fun of them in me bouncing off my own feelings onto them afterwards because they lost after. But we've got 2 really fun games Sunday coming up. Mac, since we don't have slides, go ahead and read the lines and kick it off with your handicap.
We got 220, or do you want to recap Saturday real quick?
No, we're going to have TC Trim's episode that we're pushing the live button out immediately after this. Go over there, check it out. It's like a 20-minute video, 2 games. So we go in depth on the matchup for both of them. And yeah, great game Saturday, great game Sunday. Mac, what do we got on the first game here?
Yeah, so we got a doubleheader here. We got Tennessee, like I said, the football game. Tennessee, Houston. Houston laying 4.5, 3.5. Shop around over under 122.5. Tennessee looked great tonight. Houston got through. Houston played the late game. Oh man,
I missed the line. What's the line?
It's 4.5, but it's also 3.5. Like it's bouncing around between 3.5 and 4.5.
Cool.
I think I'm trying to spotlight the matchup because I mean you got 2 teams that are very experienced. You got on the one hand, you got Ziegler, Lanier, and that backcourt on the. I mean, you these teams are kind of identical in a way in terms of just how they look at each other. Houston coming in on a 16-game win streak with Cryer, Uzon, Sharp. They've been in this program. You got Rick Barnes versus Kelvin Sampson. Both teams. This is the number 1 and number 3 ranked defense. Houston is the ranked 12th offense. Tennessee's the 17th ranked offense. So like they kind of are mirror images of one another. The only thing that I will say that Houston does that Tennessee does not do is Houston makes threes at a higher clip at the guard position. I think this is going to be a classic. I really do. I am torn. I think Houston's going to win. Shocker. Everybody knew I was going to pick Houston to win. I picked them to win the whole fucking thing. Even though if Tennessee was in any other region, they were going to get to the national championship for me. I think the winner of this game is going to win the national championship. I'll go on record and say that right now. I think the winner of Houston and Tennessee is going to win the national championship. It's who can make it out of this freaking football game alive. I think Houston wins, and I'm TBD right now if they cover the 4.5 cap. What are you looking at here with this matchup? This is going to be a fun one here with this low total.
Okay. I think this is going to be an absolute rock fight. I think we're looking at a one possession game, and whenever I think it's going to be a one possession game like this, I always take the points. I'm probably going to be on Tennessee plus 4.5. I think that's the right side in this one. Right side. Tennessee split against Auburn this year, and the way they did it in the second game was at the line. And I think that's what's going to keep them in the game is if they can. I think they're going to be clamped on the perimeter. I don't think it's you're not going to see a crazy Chasler game here. That's out the window. I don't really like the matchup for the Tennessee bigs. I think Milicic is. I don't want to call a man soft, but I can't think of a better word. I don't know. I haven't liked him all year. He tends to disappear, especially when things get tough. Is what I've noticed. And Okpara, I like him in the defensive end. He's nasty there, but on the offensive end, he's not much. So where they're going to win and lose this one is at the line, or where they're going to stay in this one is at the line. So if they can have a crazy, a game where they actually, make their free throws, keep this one, clamp on the defensive end, and keep this one tight, they'll cover it. Will they win it? It's plus 160 on the money line. I'll sprinkle, but I the side that I like is the Tennessee plus 4.5.
It's tough because Tennessee was in this exact game last year, and they fought Purdue to the very, very end. I mean, Purdue shot like 1,000 free throws, and that's why they were able to get across the finish line.
Yeah, but Purdue had something that no other team really had.
He went for 40 and 16 in that game.
Yeah.
No, what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking that when you put these two coaches up together, I trust Kevin Sampson a little bit more than I do
That's a
Rick
good
Barnes.
call. But even
because if you told me to compare the two rosters, and I mean, we've only got 2 games, I feel like this is a fun exercise.
Let's do it.
I kind of like Tennessee's roster player by player. Point guard, Uzan or Ziegler.
But Uzan can fuck with them because Uzan is 6 inches taller.
Yeah, what we just saw of Zakai tonight was.
We also just saw a crazy Uzan game, so there could be some regression there.
For both?
Zakai didn't have that great of a night shooting, did he not?
I thought he was the best player on the floor.
He was the best player on the floor, but I don't think he had a fantastic night shooting.
I'm taking Ziegler out of those two. He's
You're
been
not going to
the
get pushback from me if you're taking
5 for 13.
I
5
love
for 13 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3.
He's been the catalyst for the Volunteers this year, in my opinion.
You're correct. I don't think we saw crazy shooting there. We did see a crazy shooting there from Uzan. Didn't he make like 4 threes, something like that? Yeah.
Yeah. Best support player, at least offensively.
Mm-hmm.
You take a Chaz Lanier or LJ Cryer.
LJ Cryer's got a ring.
In this game, I want Cryer.
LJ Cryer's coming off 2 for 13. I think he bounces back.
I think he does too.
Lanier went like 1 for 4.
Lanier is a pro. Lanier is 6'6". Lanier can pop up off those pin downs and staggers and make shots. But Cryer's played in some big time games.
Yeah. I'm going Cryer there. The other wing, you going with Emmanuel Sharp or Jordan Gady?
Probably
I like Sharp a lot too.
Sharp always makes every fucking big shot. Like every time.
Seems to be that guy.
He fades away to the left and it always goes in. It's a fun matchup when you match them up against each other.
Yeah.
Go ahead into the front court, Bieniek.
Oh, there's one more. Like when it comes to like 4, like Meshack is one of Tennessee's best players.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really match up. I mean, he's going to be more on the outside doing a lot of his damage. Yep. But Roberts is kind of probably going to be on him, is my prediction. And, you know, he's got 4 inches on him too. So I don't know. I don't know how you match him up after that, but I guess the front court, just do front court. Can we loop them all together? Because it's tough to match them up one by one.
We can.
Roberts, Tuglar, Francis versus Tennessee's
versus Akpara, Meshack, Dubar, Phillips, Milicic.
I mean, dude, they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
The more and more you look at it,
I agree.
Tennessee maybe have a little more talent,
which was my point. But
a little more athleticism, but I think it's close.
Which is my point. But I like the coach of Houston a little bit more too.
Same.
So on a 1-day bounce back, when Barnes's biggest issue in coaching has been short turnaround in March. Your X factor last year in this very game beat you. That was like, don't let him beat you. And he did. Do I trust him once again to go out there and out execute Kelvin? I don't know.
I should stay consistent. I trust Grant McCasland more than Todd Golden. I took Texas Tech. I trust Nate Oates in that chaotic style on 48 hours of prep over John Shire, so I took Alabama. I trust Kelvin Sampson. I'll lay the points. I'll take a favorite. I'll battle.
Give me Tennessee. Get this.
Everybody's it's gonna talk themselves into Tennessee.
I'm gonna get no. It's gonna backdoor. Everybody's gonna talk. No, there's no way. Houston's got a number one next to their name. There's no way everybody's gonna be talking himself into Tennessee here.
I'll bet you Tennessee's public.
How much?
They've got the crowd.
Mortgage bet on that.
They might be.
There's no way.
I'll guarantee Tennessee's a public side. Nobody's betting Houston laying points.
Nobody.
They have the crowd, so it might be a public narrative.
It's another road game for the Cougs.
There's a 0% chance Tennessee is public in this game. They've
for what it's worth,
number one next to their name.
For what it's worth, the Cocktail Napkins got Houston as a 3-point favorite, and Mac, there is a little bit of value on the over, set at 126 on the napkin. But what did I say on Wednesday's show? I'm not taking overs in a damn football stadium. So
Houston doubling the post, those rotations, hard to prepare for on less than 48 hours. They grinded out, win by 6. I think it's a fantastic game. Give me Houston 62-56 on Kelvin Sampson goes to the Final Four. Let's go.
I'm taking Houston, and for what it's worth, I'm picking the over, but I ain't betting that shit.
I'm not betting that shit. Tennessee plus 4.5. I'll battle both of you, and we can talk after the show and who's going to be the public side.
Tennessee is already public. I can already see it. Tennessee's
where can you already betting right now,
dude?
It's 1 a.m. It's 2 a.m.
What league is Tennessee in?
SEC.
Okay, they're going to be the public side.
They're not going to be the public. There's no
You're
way.
getting the SEC as an underdog. We're coming in to shock the world. We're going to get all 4 fucking Final Four teams. The SEC will be the public side in all 4 games, probably. They're the SEC. Right. They're a cult.
We'll see where this
cult.
It's the SEC. Nobody's fucking running to bet Houston laying points against Tennessee.
Tennessee was coming into this game, they're 15-0 in non-conference contests.
I know, dude. I love Tennessee. Tennessee's one of my favorite teams, but not against my Houston Cougars.
They're going to cover the 4.5. Houston's going to win outright.
Mac, also
sprinkle the money line Tennessee.
Are you going to say I know to Houston's record this season against SEC foe?
Yeah, they've lost to Auburn and Alabama. 2 games they blew.
And now you get Tennessee.
No. I am sick of this SEC shit. Those were fluke wins in November. It's March. The SEC has not won a national championship since 2013, whatever year it is. Big 12's got 2 national championships in the last 5 years, baby. Houston Cougars, welcome to the league. Finish the job. Get to San Antonio.
This is going to be a better version of Ole Miss, Michigan State, and the back door was open there. The back door is open here. Tennessee covers 4.5.
No, actually, you just laid out the game plan. Except the iron is not going to be kind, and they're going to miss, and Houston wins by 6.
So the crazy 3 points going to bounce out is what you're.
Yeah.
That's part of the handicap.
Houston by 6. In all honesty, I can't wait to watch this game. It's going to be a fun game.
Only Mac is excited about 360 in pace against 349 in pace.
None of this fucking 3-point fucking fairy shit. Fucking rebound.
What do you mean? You just picked a team that's number 1 in 3-point efficiency this season.
Who, Alabama?
Houston.
Oh, well, but you know when they make their threes? They don't make it out of their offense. It's off offensive rebounds. Half of their threes come off offensive rebounds. Because they're 4 and 5 men get every offensive rebound and they kick it out to Cryer, Uzon, and Sharp. So yeah, let's go. You get those are pretty threes to me when you get a nice rebound and you kick it out.
All right, my picks. I'm on Houston to cover and I'm on the over. Mac?
Bieniek, we need 3.5, by the way. There's a 3.5 out there. Every point matters in this fucking game.
I'm taking my 4.5, and you'll take my 4 from my cold, dead fucking hands, Mac.
Hey, Mac, what happens with the 3.5? You lay it. You
lay it. Except all
I'm
you
making an even bigger bet on Tennessee.
all you chalky smarty fucks out there still bitching.
I'm making an even bigger bet on my 4.5 right now.
Let's go. All right, can't wait. So Houston will win by 4, and we'll all win.
Sounds like playing.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, the back door is open here. It's possible.
Perfect.
Dude, I hate that I got to root against Rick Barnes, man. I've been fucking pushing Rick Barnes all year.
You've been Team Barnes the entire year.
Dude, he's playing my fucking Cougs.
You would hate yourself more rooting against Kelvin Sampson. You know this.
I know. I'm a Kelvin Sampson guy. I can't root against Sampson. I'm a Houston guy. They're my team all year. Big 12. Let's go. We're gonna find a way here.
TCE Trims on YouTube here is brought to you by the best deal in America over on SeatGeek. Right now, use code SGPN10 for 10% off your order. #1 rated ticketing app on the App Store or Google Play Store with over 28 million downloads. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. March Madness is here. You can go to one of these Elite Eight games. You can go down to San Antonio for a Final Four game. College hockey tournament's going on right now. College baseball is going on. MLB opening weekend. Plenty of events to go over and use SeatGeek code SGPN10 on. SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. Look for the green dots. Green means good. Red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. TCE came through for you guys. We've got that code SGPN10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off any tickets with code SGPN10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. Game number 2 is Auburn, Michigan State. And if we're calling the first one a football match between Houston and Tennessee, then I think Auburn, Michigan State, Tom Izzo, a coach who every time he goes on Pardon My Take, for whatever reason, they bring up how he puts his guys in football pads, and he hasn't done that in years. But they like to play football too, Mac. What are you calling Auburn, Michigan State, and what are the lines here?
You got a little bit of football feel to it because you got Auburn, SEC, you got Michigan State, who wants to be fucking.
Really? I didn't know what conference Bruce Pearl coached in by the end of the post-game interview.
Hilarious. You got. I'm seeing the number at 5.5. Is there a 6.5 out there for Sparty? In case I do want Sparty,
probably will be.
Didn't tip my hand on which side I'm going to be on now. It's 5.5 across the board. Over under set at 148.5. So this one's way higher than the other one. Bieniek, what do you think, man? I mean, you know Sparty as well as anybody. I think this is a fascinating game because Auburn, yes, very good athletes, style of play. It will be a home game for Auburn. Broom, I mean, what's the matchup here that is the biggest discrepancy? I'm trying to think. Can Michigan State get back to being the big bad Spartans on the glass here after kind of getting out rebounded tonight?
Yeah, it's tough because what was okay, first I don't know. I can't answer that question off the top of my head.
The matchup comes down to Auburn's offense, Auburn's explosiveness versus the Sparty defense. They're both in the top 5 of their respective categories.
Here's my prediction. It's Auburn by double digits.
What?
I don't think this one's going to be close. Michigan State has trailed all 3 of their NCAA tournament games in the first half so far this year, or this tournament. Auburn has played with their food in every single one of them. Double-digit win, double-digit win, double-digit win. If you give Auburn an early lead, what do you think's going to happen? Because Auburn's been that second-half team in the NCAA tournament for up to this point. And also, for what it's worth, they do everything that Sparty does. And they, I think, have more offensive talent. They have the best player for my money in the country, in Janai Broom.
Okay.
I think they have a really good rim protector, whether it be Cardwell on the floor, whether it be Broom on the floor. Sparty wants to drive. Shooting can be inconsistent at times. It's been their Achilles heel for most of the year. Auburn's going to make them hit shots. If they're not going to be able to hit their shots, and if they can't out-rebound Auburn, a team this season, 42nd best in the country in offensive rebounding, country average in defensive rebounding, but today against Michigan with 2 7-footers, they dominated at the rim. 19 offensive rebounds, 29 defensive rebounds. They out-rebounded Michigan. Math is hard. 48-33 tonight. And they dominated at the rim. How many, if they didn't go down as blocks, how many times did Michigan get stuffed at the rim tonight? Todd Pettiford blocked the dude at the rim. Michigan State wants to be that tough bully, but when the bully gets bullied, it's not a good it's not a good outcome for the bully. That's typically been that team. I think Auburn's got the size. I think they have the strength over a team that wants to outsize you and outstrength you. And they've got more offensive talent. I'm on the Tigers.
Cap, what say you?
I came in here wanting to bet Michigan State, and Noah's talked me into Auburn. I just look again. I would if you okay. Tom Izzo is by far the superior coach of Bruce Pearl. It's not.
Yes,
but Bruce Pearl just has so many dudes. How does he screw this up? What would he have to do to screw this up? I mean, like tear his shirt off and just like start chanting SEC for like the entire second. Like that's what he would have to do to blow this. It would have to be like one where he just like completely like disappeared and like went like full meatball. I think he's got assistants that are going to stop him from doing that. So I would love to bet. I want to bet Tom Izzo on the spot, but I just can't. When you break down the dude factor, you can't compare these rosters. You really can't. I mean, where you would want to hang your hat. Okay, you'd have the typical Midwestern Big Ten bigs on Michigan State. I don't think they can handle anything that Auburn can do down low. And then you want to hang your hat on the guard matchups. I kind of like a lot of the guard matchups for Auburn here. The only clear advantages I really see for Michigan State are free throw shooting and coaching. I don't think that's enough to beat the explosive, to beat the dudes, the guys who are going to be, giving them the old wang whip. It's when they dunk on you and their junk flops against your head. That's what Jackson Kohler is going to be seeing for the majority of this game is other dudes junk in his face. I got to lay it with Auburn. I'll eat the chalk.
Oh man, this is hard for me.
Go ahead, Mac. Jump in front of the freight train for me one more time.
Fuck, I've bet Auburn the last 2 games. I've been the only. Everybody's been betting Creighton and Michigan. I had Auburn the last 2 games. I love Izzo, man. I've taken the better coach in all 3 games so far, and I want Izzo to fucking move on. But
you can't deny though that they've been losing in all 3 games so far for 25 minutes at least. Maybe not the Bryant one, but they were losing by 10, and to a 15 seed, that's not impressive.
Yeah, and they should have lost tonight. Like, I know everybody's like bitching about they should have covered. Fuck that. They should have lost.
But they didn't, and they covered.
They didn't cover.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Michigan State.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Auburn. I apologize.
Yeah,
no, Auburn shouldn't have lost.
No,
they won that game.
No. They were down 9 with 11 to go. I mean,
They dominated Michigan in the final 10
they
minutes.
did. Yeah, they did.
I as much as I hate to say it, I think Auburn continues their momentum, and I think they just smack.
I think Auburn woke. I really think Auburn woke up in that second
I
half.
want to take Sparty because I'm a Tom Izzo guy, but they don't have the same Jimmies and Joes that fucking Auburn does. And Bruce Pearl's already lost one Elite Eight game to Tom Izzo in 2010. This is a revenge game for Bruce Pearl. He's going to be rah-rah in that Atlanta crowd in the jungle. I think this is a hard fucking matchup for Michigan State. Like, I love their grit. I love their toughness. They don't have enough in the front court either. I don't think they have enough size to bang with Broom and Cardwell. And then those guards for Auburn are on a different level.
Mac,
Auburn wins by 7-9.
Do you need a little push to get on the Michigan State side?
My only push is Tom Izzo's the coach against Bruce Pearl. That's like, if I just want to blindly go Izzo, go. But Izzo has not been as good in March as everybody's made him out to be over the last couple of years.
Thank you. I agree
to
a way.
It makes me want to take Izzo.
Yeah, that's Capper's dog.
Yeah, it is.
He's been great. 2 years ago, got to the Sweet 16 with an underseeded team. Last year, this year, Elite Eight. I can't rip on Izzo. Cocktail Napkin has Sparty just as a 1.5 point dog.
Oh, dude. Yeah, give me Auburn. Everybody, hey, you know what? Everybody's got that fucking money line chalk paired up tomorrow with Florida and Duke. They're both going to lose outright. One seeds are going to roll on Sunday. Everybody's got it mixed up. Chalk goes to die tomorrow. Chalk rolls on Sunday. Give me Houston and Auburn. So my final four: 2 Big 12, 2 SEC. Yeah. Give me Auburn. I'll lay it. I'll lay it. I'll lay it. They have different dudes in Michigan State. I love Michigan State. I love Izzo, but I think the road ends here, man. I think the road ends here. Great year for Sparty. They've overachieved. They don't have pros outside of Richardson, who's a freshman.
Mac, I can push you into Alabama over Duke. I can't
tomorrow.
You needed to push yesterday, my friend.
Yeah,
I can't push you here. I would love to. Coaching and free throw shooting are the only real advantages I see, and I don't think that's enough against all the athletes in the universe.
What was the total in this game, Mac?
148.5.
142.5.
Really?
Oh no, 148.5. Good call.
Kind of like the under. I have a 144.5 total, and if Michigan State can do anything in this one, it's just control the pace of it. Don't let Auburn run around with their heads cut off. Because if you get in that type of game, Michigan State definitely ain't staying in it. So under would be my pick, but I do like Auburn in this. So yeah, Auburn and spread and over for me or under for me. Mac, for you?
I'm on all the unders. With the short turn, 48 hours. Yeah. I think all these games are going to be physical ass games. And I'll probably take all the unders again and think I'll go 3-1.
You're on Auburn? Put it in, stamp it?
Yeah. No. I am on Auburn reluctantly. I think they pull away, win by 8 or 9. I think they have too much firepower for Sparty. The Izzo run ends here. As much as I want to put them in the Final Four, it ain't happening. There'll be a public dog on Sunday too because it's Izzo.
Cap,
they don't have enough. They don't have enough.
Oh, I'm on Auburn 100%.
Okay,
it's one of my favorite plays of the day.
Yeah, so that's your favorite play of the day?
Yeah.
Mac, favorite play?
Yeah.
Oh. Houston. Houston.
My favorite play is Auburn. Yeah, I am rooting for my preseason Final Four to hang on because, man, would that be a great clip? That would be an outstanding
It'd
clip.
be legendary.
So who's
I
your
don't even
off your picks right now?
off my picks. I have just the 3-1 seeds. I have Duke, Auburn, Florida, and I took Clemson, and they got knocked out in the first round. But preseason, somehow they're all in separate regions. They all could get there. Auburn, Duke, Houston, and I had Texas Tech. Preseason, I have Final Four futures on all of them, and I have a natty on Auburn. Fingers crossed. Gotta survive one more game. Anything else that we want to wrap up? I mean, last show of the weekend. We're not going to be here Saturday. Sunday, we might be back with Colby recapping the Elite Eight action, doing some Final Four stuff, but maybe some transfer portal and other coaching news because we just had Henderson hired by Drake.
Yeah.
And some other.
Are you doing Crown or no?
Yeah, we are doing Crown.
We'll be here
that'll
Sunday.
be Sunday night. We will
Nice.
be here Sunday night. So, yep. Anything else, Capper? Anything that you got to plug that you were working on the website here?
Elite Eight underdog fantasy plays will be up for both days. Putting the bow on tomorrow's plays in the next 20 minutes. And I'll probably work on Sunday's Sunday's plays tomorrow. So I'll have those two up.
Mac,
Go Texas Tech, go Houston.
push that Big 12 agenda.
Then go Alabama, I guess. I'll be a Roll Tide fan. And hey, you know what? Texas Tech, Alabama, Houston, and Auburn is going to be a fun Final Four.
Yeah, fuck Sparty. There's a reason why the Big Ten hasn't won a natty in 25 years. It's because we don't root for each other when we get to this point. Fuck them. I hope they lose. I have no issue with Izzo. I think he's done a terrific coaching job this year.
Great job.
Yeah, he really has.
So, but yeah, that's going to wrap up today's show. A good 80 minutes on the part 2 of the Elite Eight picks. This has been the college basketball experience for Capper. You can follow him at Cannabis Capper. You can follow Ryan McIntyre at Moneyline_Mac. You can follow myself, Noah Bieniek, at NoahB77_ if you want to follow the college basketball experience on social media, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter. You can do so at TCE on SGPN. This has been the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.